Hello there, I'm Scotty, you're not. Now that I have revisited all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, it's time to rank them from worst to best. And I'm gonna tack on my, where is it? Where'd I put it? Here. All the way over there. Alright. I didn't write down the one from 2010, but I know what it is. So, alright, worst to best, there's 9 movies. Yeah. Freddy can't get, Jason can't get to 13, and Freddy can't even get an even number. But the worst of these, if you follow my reviews, you know, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake from 2010. And, yeah, I pretty much this is the reason why. The best actress in the movie is killed off halfway through, and we're stuck with Rooney Mara, who couldn't give less of a fuck if her heart depended on it. I love some of the visuals, but most of the kills except for one are basic. One is retreading Tina's kill, and and it's not as good. Another one is full CGI, which I didn't say this in the review, but I'm glad they didn't try to redo Glenn's kill, because that would have been CGI and it would look horrible. But yeah, the micronap concept is pretty good. Jackie Earle Haley is pretty good. They do the whole thing with, we might be innocent, but change their mind, don't go through with it, so it loses its intrigue. The cinematography looks like crap the entire time. The dream is supposed to be dark and dingy, but when the rest of the world looks dark and dingy too, it's kind of hard to differentiate. So my favorite kill is Dean, because it's the best looking in the film, and my favorite one-liner is, "Why are you screaming? I haven't even cut you yet." Decent enough. Alright, number 8, Freddy's dead. Yeah, a lot of people put this at the bottom. A lot of people will put number 5, which is coming up. I can have fun with this, but I can see it's crap. Watching it this time, I would rewatch this before I rewatch the remake, and that is the truth, honest to God's truth. I don't know. The 10-year time jump always made no sense to me, and that they've made Springwood sort of a ghost town for kids. The math with Maggie makes no sense when you put together the work print where she's supposed to be 28. But that doesn't, yeah. And they're trying to make you think that John Doe is his child, but if you look at the math, he couldn't be, because with the 10-year time jump, he couldn't be more than 16 years old, and Freddy died in, I'm assuming, the 70s. So, yeah. My favorite kill is Carlos. The thing in his ear, and then Freddy did this thing, his head explodes. And my favorite line is tied to that. "Nice hearing from you, Carlos." Number 7 is Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Now, to me, this is a step up from Freddy's Dead, because I feel like I'm into the story more. It is still confusing, with Freddy using the dreams of the unborn child, to get to Alice. But I kind of like Robert Englund's performance in this. "Hey, Alice, one of my babies." I know it's not really him, but I like that, I thought I was up to Yvonne. I haven't gotten to the line yet, don't worry. But, yeah, we'll see, bitch. We'll see. He's using bitch a lot more now. And I said before that Alice is my favorite final girl of the franchise, so sorry. I like some of the characters. Mark, especially. They kill off Dan right away, because of course they do. I'm not a big fan of Greta, except for her line, "I'm going to gnash my teeth on a paparazzi." And, Yvonne doesn't do shit, but basically she's the non-believer of the group. And the kills are nothing special, except for, of course, one, and that one is... You can roll them. No, that one is... Dan's kill. Some people would say Mark's. I like Mark's, but Dan, with the whole transmogrifying into the thing, yeah. I don't like Greta's kill. I think that's the biggest one. I guess they're not bad, but you know. And my favorite one-liner is, "It's a boy." So, yeah, I'm gonna throw it there. Number 6, Nightmare on Elm Street 2. This one went down on the most recent watch because it feels the least like a Nightmare on Elm Street movie to me. Even 5 and Freddy's Dead feel that way, but it's not worse than them. I'll give you that much. The director, Jack Shoulder, was doing his best, but they don't follow the rules. And when you don't follow the rules, you get a thumbs down from Scotty. Should have done that in the review. But I don't know. Mark Patton is acting his ass off, but I don't know what he's doing. The screaming like that. The bird explodes. And it's a gay movie. It's not against it. I'm just saying that it's very tacked on for something that was supposed to be subtext. It's way too friggin' obvious. But, yeah, and just the way Freddy's defeated. Oh, not just true love. Heterosexual love from a woman. So, I don't know. I don't mind it. Again, it's one I can put in and have fun with. Favorite kill? Again, the kills also are not that good to me. And I struggle to figure out what kill I could do. And I'm looking. And, because I'm like, I'm not going to do the coaches. And Grady, you don't see anything. And I remember, the party. The party when he's slicing people and he throws that dude into the grill. And, yeah, I'll give that, So with that, you'd think that my one-liner is, "You're all my children now." But actually, my one-liner is, "You've got the body, I got the brain." I like that. I like that one. So, number 5. 5? 5. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. I've never hated this one. I like to watch 3 and 4 back to back, actually. I don't like that they replaced Patricia Arquette with, well, I don't mind the actress, but you could have done more with it instead of killing her off right away. Well, no. So, I don't mind the actress. If you're going to kill her off, let her be the one that dies, and then keep Joey and Kincaid to help Alice. Because you kill off all 3 of them, then nobody else knows anything about Freddy. You've killed off all the people that know anything. So you need at least 1 or 2 of them. So you kill Kristen off, keep the other 2, at least they know something about Freddy they can help out. Or you could have brought back Neil. I assume he would have been at the funerals, right? At least Kristen's. But, yeah, Freddy is Hammy's MTV generation Freddy. The sunglasses on. Kills are pretty cool. Want a sock face. Just, yeah. But my favorite kill is Debbie, of course. Turn into a cockroach and then let's check in. I'll check out. That's not my one-liner. My one-liner is, "How sweet fresh meat." I can always like that line. So, yeah, number 4, Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I appreciate what this movie does. Watching it this time, I don't know if this was number 3, but I think it kind of went down a little bit where I'm just like, well, it's good. And it's a good idea of bringing that in. But I think you should have went more in with it. Like, it doesn't fully become... Like, Freddy is just teased throughout the film. We don't see anything until it's time for the climax, and even then it goes pretty quick. Heather Langenkamp is better here than she was in the original. She's really acting her ass off in this movie, and you can tell. I said this in my 2010 review, but I was right. They would not be allowed to administer a sedative to the child if the parent did not only give permission, but sign off on it. So, yes. I like the look of Freddy in this. It's a little bit darker, sort of thing. The kills are okay for the most part, but my favorite kill is Julie, because there's not much in this, by the way. That was my problem with the remake, is they had like 3 kills at the beginning, and then we didn't see any more. Here, they're spread out, but they're not very much. You know, you get Chuck and Terry, but you don't find out they're dead till later in the film. And you get Chase, and what is essentially Dan's kill, but not as robotic. And then Julie dies like Tina. And Julie's my favorite kill, because it's like Tina's, and it's the goriest in the film, really. And I like my favorite one-liner is when Nancy's looking in the closet and Freddy pops up and goes, "Miss me?" Next, number 3, Freddy versus Jason. Yes, first, either of these I watched, I guess. First Freddy movie I ever watched. I love this movie. I have fun with it. I like this movie. I think the actors are pretty good. The plot gets a little bit convoluted because they pulling more from Freddy, and when you try to think of the time jump and Freddy's dead, it doesn't really make any sense. And also, they're implying that something happened after Freddy's dead, so I say it's not canon, but they do show a few clips of Doc, Tracy, and his daughter, whose name I can't remember. But yeah, my favorite kill is, of course, Trey. Stabbed with a machete and fold it like a sandwich. I know that's Jason, but Freddy only kills Mark, and I don't care for that kill. And my favorite one-liner is when he goes to kill Gib and Jason kills her on the tweaker in the real world and gets a splat in the face, and he goes, "No, she's mine!" Because it gives that sense of vulnerability to Freddy. Like, for the first time, you see some vulnerability. Like, oh no, you messed up, you know, that sort of thing. Number 2 is the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Yes. No, I love this movie. I do. I have fun with it. I had fun watching it this time. Up yours with a twin lawnmower. Too bad it's got to be a Freddy line. Check it out, just 3 miles from the goal line. But, yeah, Johnny Depp's first movie, introducing Johnny Depp, it said. Freddy is probably his scariest here. People say sometimes too, but he's not at his best, but he's scariest here, I think. You know? Yeah. Say this is God. That's another one I could have put as the one-liner, but yeah. But the favorite kill is, of course, Glenn. Spread up, you know. And my one-liner is, "I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy." Number 1, you know this. Nightmare on Elm Street 3. The Dream Warriors ain't gonna dream no more. That's right, Dream Warriors. This is the best one. It's got the best. Like, I don't know about the best kills, but there's some decent kills in here. I feel like most of the scenes are done well. There's Chuck Russell, who also did Scorpion King, which I also really like. And I like that they decided to bring back Nancy after her being absent. Although it does kind of throw confusion as to what happened to her, where she was during the second one. And there was also a 5-year time jump in there. So, yeah. That's another thing. The 5-year time jump. Hold on. So you have the 5-year time jump. 84, which would make it 89. Right. And then I guess if you're saying, so if this is 89, then the next one is probably 90. And then the next year would be 91. So if they're saying that it could be 10 years since that, Freddy's dead, I guess it could be 2001 still. It works that way if they're good. Maybe they did their math. I don't know. But I like that they have their own little powers, even though they have to be very cliche and be like, oh, they have all these powers, and if they all team together, they can kick Freddy's ass. But of course, they gotta be stereotypical. They gotta be cliche, and they gotta separate them so Freddy can take them out one by one, or it'd be too easy. The movie would be over too quick. Love the Dawkins soundtrack. Freddy is at his best in this movie, and I will not move on that. We wish we had Neil in more movies. I like Craig Wasson here. And my favorite kill, Jennifer. Here it is, Jennifer. You big breaking TV. And of course, the one-liner is, "Welcome to prime time, bitch." So there it is. There you have it. So what are your thoughts on my ranking? What's your ranking? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.